Well, welcome, world. We are back, and I'm so excited. We've been calling this segment "Industry Experts," and I was listening to Buffini. I think his name's Brad Buffini the other day, and he was talking about who's in your pit crew, and I thought, I think we're going to change the name of industry expert to who's in your pit crew. So I asked Stephanie if she was okay with our first go around of being who's in your pit crew. And she said yes. So I'm super excited today. I've got Stephanie Shaughnessy, and she's with First American Home Warranties. Say hi, Stephanie.
Hello, everyone. Nice to
Doesn't
see
she
you
look
on this
great?
lovely Thursday. Yes, I got my hair done yesterday just for all of you because I knew I was going
Ah.
to be on this fantastic segment. It was exciting.
There you go. Well, thank you for being our guest. And we have a little surprise at the end. So hang in there till the end. We're going to give you some information about her and I. So stay with us. Don't leave me in the middle of this. Anyway, and he's just going to give you a little information about Stephanie. So, Stephanie, her last name is Shaughnessy. It's a nice, easy last name. Um, and she actually is a realtor turned home warranty pro. She is passionate about educating real estate agents on everything that she wishes she knew when she was a real estate agent on home warranties. So, like I said, Stephanie is with First American, and we are super excited to have Stephanie join us today. And I just thought that, I think one of the how would I say, they look at a home inspection as kind of like a home warranty, right? And really that's not the way it works. So really a home inspection is a snapshot in time, and a home warranty is really just something that helps you when something mechanical in your
Yeah.
house breaks, right?
Yeah, I would say it helps when that moment in time has passed.
Yes. So why don't you give me your description of what a home warranty is, or the industry description of what a home warranty is?
Yeah, so I would say a home warranty is two things. If I'm talking to industry professionals, I would say it is first and foremost budget protection for buyers and sellers. Many agents don't realize that it can protect their sellers just as much as it can protect a buyer. So budget protection after closing, when things are going to happen one way or another, and then the other side of the coin that I would define a home warranty to an industry professional would be that it's liability protection. So, I think that most agents are aware that, that they're representing their clients on a legal level too. So the home warranty has that side of it as well, where it can be liability protection. And I think if agents knew a little bit more about what that means to them, then they would understand home warranty a lot more. So that's what I would say. So a warranty is budget protection and
I love
liability.
that.
Yeah, liability protection. But to give you the more industry like basic definition, I would say that it is coverage designed to protect failures due to normal wear and tear on major systems and appliances. So
Oh,
that's the literal definition of a home warranty.
but that actually says everything. And then I
Hmm.
love the fact that you're adding in there budget protection.
Hmm.
How many people would you say, give me a percentage? You're a realtor, right? You are a
Hmm.
former realtor. How many percentage of people that you worked with walked into buying a home with all their money on the table
Hmm.
and really no cash in their pocket when they became homeowners, or limited cash in their pocket?
Yeah, I mean, many buyers can't even afford to lose the money on a home inspection. If the deal falls apart, they now have to go get a second home inspection when they find another home. It was my experience that many homeowners that are trying to get into a home didn't even have that extra $500 for a second home inspection. So,
Yes, ma'am.
I mean, what does that tell you? And I don't know the statistics, but I remember hearing them about the number of people in the country that just live paycheck to paycheck. And I think that
It
also
is.
speaks a lot to why, you know, a $1,200 water heater isn't an option for many
Right.
people. So,
Yep. That's why we find in our home inspections many Band-Aids put over
mhm.
issues
Yeah,
throughout the process. So it's
yeah.
interesting. Okay, so talk a little bit about what does a home warranty actually cover?
So, like I said, it covers, your major systems and appliances. I'm going to speak more on a, industry, um, wider, broader range on what it covers because every home warranty company and every home warranty policy is different.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Sure.
don't want you to take what I say and think that is, that it's that black and white. You really have to look at each coverage, each policy. But to just give you the broad idea, major systems and appliances. So you're talking things like kitchen appliances, washer and dryer. In some cases, there's roof coverage. In some cases, there's pool and spa. That's something that you may have to add on. It doesn't come out automatically. But really, your major things like plumbing, electrical, HVAC, and appliances, I would say, is probably the best way to understand what it is and what it covers
Okay.
in terms of the systems.
And so so it is like an insurance, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you help cover, excuse me, you help cover should anything actually break, not operate, because when you become a homeowner, and this to me, from being in the home inspection business, the biggest misnomer is I bought this beautiful home. I've had it inspected. Everybody says everything's working fine. And then you walk in and something breaks. The normal wear and tear on systems and switches that turn things on and off, they can break at any given time. It's
Yeah.
not, there's no guarantees in this world. You're a homeowner. A lot of it comes with maintenance that you have to maintain systems to get optimal functionality out of
Yeah.
them. And so then when something does break, you have a nice little policy that comes along and helps me to either repair or fix it
Yeah.
or replace it. Right?
Or just protect your budget, whatever that means. I mean, if
I
you even
love
just
that.
think of, what would have been it's just like every other type of insurance. What would have been a $1,200 hit to your budget is now, let's say, $400 or $300, or, it's still protecting your budget, even if you are having to come out of pocket, depending on the situation.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Minimizing out-of-pocket expenses. So we're
yeah,
protecting your budget, minimizing
yep.
out-of-pocket expenses. I mean, all of these seem like a win-win for the new homeowner,
Yeah,
right?
and you can't predict when these things are going to happen. All I would do as an agent was speak from my experience, and if anyone's been around almost any length of time, they've got a story or two to tell about either a system or appliance that broke or failed right before closing, or it happened right after closing. It doesn't take long for an agent to accumulate those types of stories, so that should be enough to help illustrate to your clients the importance of it. So.
Yep. So viewers, we're trying to give you an education today. If you're on with us and you have any comments or have a question and you would like an answer to it, you've got that burning question that you've always wanted to know, Stephanie is a awesome resource. And if you just put it in the comment section, it'll pop up for us. We can address it for you. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So what sets, and this may, what about your policy is completely different from some of the other policies that are in the market?
Yeah, I would say, well, the one thing I'm about to come up on my 3-year anniversary with First American.
Wow.
And so that's exciting because I'm approaching that time where I'm now about to be, in warranty longer than I was in, as a realtor. So that's pretty fun. So what I would say about First American is that they are constantly looking for ways to add value to the client, the buyer or the seller, but also the agent and their business. So the types of things that we are constantly coming up with, it's fresh and new. And so things like right now, one of the more recent things is Filter Joy, for example. Filter Joy is a third-party company, but they are a subscription service for your AC filters. And so
Ah,
so you get to, just get yourself on a subscription. That thing shows up every month or however you have it set up. And now you're able to, be the responsible homeowner that actually changes their filter on a regular basis. And so when you have a First American home warranty, you're able to get the first month free, try it out, see what it's all about. So I mean, that's a very simple example of, why First American, but there's things like that. There's things like, the Rekey, which we just launched. We'll talk a little bit more about that. Just additional ways to do more than systems and appliances, but to also do things that, all those little bells and whistles. And if on the nitty gritty side of things, what I would honestly say about why First American would just be the financial strength of our company. I mean, at the end of the day, we're talking about an insurance product, which means you're paying us to pay out later. And so who you choose in a home warranty company really matters because, I I would hate to see a homeowner or a buyer or an agent end up partnering with a home warranty company that's more fly by night, here today, gone tomorrow. And I know that that is not First American because we've been around since 1889.
wow.
I don't know anybody that old.
No, I don't think they're around anymore, Stephanie.
So that's our parent company, First American Financial. And so the strength of our company is so solid that I would say that is honestly feels like to me reason enough for you to want to work with us because we pay out on what we say we're going to pay out on. And
Very
I think
good.
I read a statistic a couple days ago that I think in 2017 we paid out nearly $170 million in claims.
Oh, wow.
So, these are not things that the average person would know. So that's my job to educate the agents on why First American. I could literally give you 100 reasons why, but we don't have time for that. But
I like that.
a lot of reasons why. And one of the things, let me just say this: I have my virtual business card that has several documents that can point you in the right direction based on what you're looking for. One of the things on the virtual business card is a PDF document that says why First American. And so what I would do is, if you're really curious why, go check out that document because there's a list of reasons and you can kind of start there.
We put Stephanie's business card link up there for you. So please copy it down and put it on your phone. Like, seriously, this is like really super easy. And she does have some fantastic information within that app. So make sure that you're gathering that. And I'm going to leave that up for a minute. So
Okay.
I love the fact that you guys partnered with a third party company that allows them to get their AC filters.
Yeah.
So many times when I'm doing brokers opens, I go in and I see dirty AC vents. Guys, you're supposed to change those like every 4 to 6 weeks because it helps the AC unit to work better. Therefore, it will get the biggest life expectancy out of it and it will work at optimal capacity. When I come into a home and I'm looking up at the vents and there's black fuzz hanging off of the vents, that's telling me that you, as the current homeowner, you haven't done your job of changing out those filters. So not only setting that up and using that program, it's a great reminder when it shows up at my front door. Hey, guess what? It's time to change
I'm
my
sure
filter.
people mean well,
I
but they
love it.
just, 1 month turns into 4 months, turns into 6 months.
Correct.
And, the subscription just makes it's that convenience factor that we all need.
And reminder, right? And a reminder. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we want to talk a little bit about what does a home warranty cost and then who pays for it?
Okay, so again, like I don't want to speak for any one company or even my company. I would give you a range, and so I would say the range would be somewhere from $300 to $800. And we're talking, this really depends on what we're talking about. Are we talking about a mobile home, a villa, a condo? Are we talking about a single family home, a duplex? Are we talking about a home with a pool or a home without a pool? And so what I see most often in our market is that agents just pick an arbitrary number that sounds good, but that's not based on anything. Maybe it's only based on what they've seen come through on other agents writing contracts, but they've never actually looked at what does my client need? Like if we're writing the warranty into the contract for the seller to pay for, it's a really good idea for the agent to actually ask for what's needed in that contract. And so actually being able to turn to the pricing on all these different variables that are different from one home to another is really important. But if you want to know the cost of a warranty, I would say it can range from 300 to 800, and typically, but not always, because every company is different, you're talking about 12 months of coverage. So
Gotcha.
that's paid for at closing, and then, you know, a year later, the homeowner would have an option to renew that coverage on their own.
Okay. And so you said contract. I'm going to ask, it's not really on my list of questions,
Yeah.
but I'm going to ask. So does this have anything to do with the realtor contracts?
Yeah, it's part of the contract. And that's not true in every state. So it's
Okay.
actually one of those things that's, you know, specific to Florida, and some states don't have it in their contract at all. So what I hate to see is an agent not being educated enough on the topic that they skip that conversation with their client because maybe they don't feel confident or they don't understand it enough. And so they, you know, there's the option on the contract that says buyer, seller, or NA. And so oftentimes they'll just check the NA box and we'll just move on to the next item. And I personally feel like that might be a disservice to the client because they should at least have the information to make the decision for themselves on whether or not they want to ask for it or get one on their own. So
Yep.
it is part of the real estate contract, which tells me that an agent has a responsibility to talk about the home warranty to their client because
Okay.
they're writing a contract. So
Yep.
yeah.
So anybody who's listening out there, honestly, if your agent isn't having a conversation with you and you're on the end consumer portion, please ask them about a home warranty so that they can fill in that information. And then you can decide whether you want that as part of the contract or you don't want that as part of the contract. So be sure you're asking that question, right? We're not here just to educate our agents, which is, you know, our main job, but you
Yeah.
as a consumer, we want to make sure that you know that you should be asking questions around a home warranty, right?
Yeah. And that's when I really realized that this is an issue among the industry, is when I would go into a networking situation that was like mixed. It wasn't real estate industry. It was like all small business owners, or what do you do for a living? And I'd explain home warranty. And so many times people would say, my agent never told me about that. And if they did, you won't believe. And then they go on and on and on about all of the things that happened after closing that if only their agent would have told them. And so that's unfortunate because at the end of the day, now that person is looking poorly on their agent. You know,
Right.
now they realize that their agent should have told them, type of thing. So
Yeah. We don't ever want that to happen to you
no.
as an agent serving the community, because we know how hard you work on your reputation, and, you know, this just becomes part of it. Education, right? So
Yeah.
let's say, what is the one thing that you want the agent to know and walk away from this conversation? What is the one thing?
I mean, at the end of the day, you're not going to be educated on home warranty in one conversation. You know,
Right.
it's just like everything else. And so I really think that an agent needs to, number one, have a relationship with their home warranty partner, whether that's me or someone else. I want every agent to know their home warranty partner in terms of relationship, the same way they know their home inspector, their mortgage partners, you know, every person in the transaction, like you said, the pit crew, like it
The picker.
really matters. So please don't be an agent who chooses a brand or a brochure. When you choose home warranty, choose a relationship, someone that you want to partner with and work with who can make you a better agent because you're in relationship. So be educated, like have some conversations about the topic with
Right.
you know, some people. And the other thing I would say is use every transaction that you do to learn a little bit more about home warranty. So I always encourage agents to call me if you're about to go into a listing appointment. Let's talk about how you're going to discuss the home warranty in that listing appointment. If you are in the middle of a home inspection with a home, let's talk about the specifics of those findings and what it means in regards to the home warranty, because that's how it's all going to stick in your brain
Right.
and make you a better agent. It's through every little deal that you do, every
Yeah.
big deal that you do.
Well, and like you said, there are so many ins and outs and pieces of a home warranty that if they don't have a professional representing the product, it's a little hard to really understand it all. Sure, I
Yeah,
could read something that's in black and white, but
right.
there could be something that I didn't understand or something that
Yeah,
misunderstood or missed.
yeah,
So it's important that you have a resource, and we love bringing resources to you. That's what this program is all about. So,
yeah.
all right, Stephanie, I'm going to ask you: is there any last comments you would like to make about home warranties right now?
Just, regarding I think there's often some misconceptions with home warranty, and it's due to a lack of education, which is why I get so passionate about it, is because it's like, no, if you only knew a little bit more, if you only had more information, you wouldn't say the things you say, or you wouldn't think that. Um, so that regarding misconceptions, I think I often hear, even from consumers, not even realtors, is that it's not worth the paper that it's written on, is a common thing that I hear, like a
Okay.
stigma almost. And I would beg to differ. Like I've got a stack of cards on my desk right now. These are all where's my camera? These are all postcards that I get. This is what I've received in the last week of
Oh,
claims that we've paid out on specific properties. So I'm able to see, like, oh, look, we paid out $4,500 on that one, $2,011.67 on that one, $365. We save money for people. And so, the home warranty is not the end all fix all for everything that ever goes wrong in the home.
no.
So, if you're someone that's thinking that, then yeah, you might say it's not worth the paper it's written on.
Right.
To say that it's kind of unfair. The other thing that I would say is that not all home warranties are created equal. So if you're an agent who says, oh well, a home warranty is a home warranty is a home warranty, $500, whatever, it'll cover you. It's not true. It's not
Right.
true. It's a very dangerous way to be thinking, because you're setting yourself up, or maybe you're setting your clients up. And so just be educated and know a little bit more on the topic. And I would love to be the person that helps you know a little bit more. So,
I love it. And as
yeah.
we said, Stephanie's information is on the screen for her card. And so is her information scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So I wanted to just kind of touch on something before we gave you the last piece of information from this segment. So the steps are you get a home inspection. So a home inspection is literally a snapshot in time.
Mhm.
And we are there for 2.5 hours depending on the size of the house, right? And we're looking for safety and mechanical issues and anything that's just like glaring cosmetically, right? The warranty on that is impossible to guarantee, because I could be using something today that is in perfect working order, and for whatever reason tomorrow you go to use it and it's not working. And honestly, we see that happen. And it's it's an easy fix. So then you have to have homeowners insurance in order to purchase a home and to finish a mortgage, right? And a lot of times we can confuse home warranty with home insurance. They're
Mhm.
two totally different things.
Yeah.
And I'll let Stephanie just kind of expand on that. But in my opinion, and again, I say this as my opinion, what we use the home warranty for is those unexpected things that we can't control. I could walk into a shower, you turn on the shower today and have no hot water when it was working perfectly fine yesterday, or even in the morning and at night. It
Yeah.
was working in the morning and I go to take my shower at night and it's not working. Things break, people. You have to put a layer of protection. So Stephanie kind of just clarified the difference between what a home insurance policy will cover, and then what you guys, how you fit into that mix.
Yeah. So I just heard from many home insurance professionals, the homeowners insurance professionals, that they get calls after closing. My AC broke. I need to place a claim. And they're like, that's not how your homeowner's insurance works, but somehow they thought that when anything within the home breaks, they've got insurance on it.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of unfortunate that could happen. That's another reason why you want to have those educational conversations with your clients. but the thing that I would say is so home warranty is failures, cover repairs and replacements for major systems and appliances due to normal wear and tear, right?
Okay.
So that could be age, it could just be, you know, those types of things.
Right.
When I think of homeowners insurance, I think of like more of the freak accidents, right? Like
Right.
a
Tree
lightning,
fell on the AC
right?
unit.
Yeah, lightning strike, or you know, a
Right.
critter fried itself in the unit, and so now it, you know, that type of thing where it's more of an act of God. So home warranty doesn't cover acts of God; it covers normal wear and
Normal
tear.
rent.
Whereas homeowners insurance is there to cover those crazy things. And then the other side of it is that, like, if we've got a dishwasher, for example, that is leaking, we're covering the dishwasher. So we're going to repair or replace that broken dishwasher. But if in the process of it breaking, it damaged the flooring, that's what we call secondary damage. And secondary
Okay.
damage not covered by the home warranty, that would be something for homeowners insurance.
Gotcha.
So
Because it
that's
was
not,
water damage, right?
yeah, and
Yep.
you can see why there's a lot of assumptions that can be made about all of it, and especially when people don't know what questions to even ask to begin with until they're in that scenario, and then
Yes.
they realize they were assuming things. So
Absolutely.
yeah.
So the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to tell you about the offer that we have, and I'm super excited about this. I love working with Stephanie. She really, truly is a professional, and when she says she's passionate about the home warranty world, she truly is. And when you speak to her, you'll know that. But the FBI group has partnered with First American Home Warranty, and we are we are offering now,
Mm-hmm.
anytime you use the FBI group for your inspection company and purchase a First American Home Warranty, you will receive a complimentary rekey.
Yeah.
So if you're interested in learning more about that, Stephanie's information is
Yeah.
on the screen as well as mine. We would both be absolutely thrilled to take you to lunch or to have a Zoom call with you, whatever your comfort level is.
Mm-hmm.
We definitely want to make sure that you understand what we're offering, and we'll explain the offer in more detail. So please take down our phone numbers, give us a call. And Stephanie, thank you so much for being
You're
my guest
welcome.
today.
Thanks for having me.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Talk to you soon.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.